Hello, 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 SheEO District. How's everybody doing out there today? It is Tuesday. So I hope everyone had a great Tuesday. I know it's been a minute since we've been together, but I am back and I am here. We've been going through a few changes, actually upgrades, good changes with the SheEO District. So our platform is a little different now that our SheEO Academy is up and running, and we are engaged with that during the week. Which is our next courses. SheEO Academy is open now for enrollment for our next classes, which begin on the 17th. And I believe that enrollment ends and closes at the end of this week. So I would definitely encourage you to go ahead and enroll for the SheEO District, even if you're not quite ready for a tribe, but you can sign up for our 4-week courses. It's just 1 hour a week, and those courses are $49 per course. So I would definitely encourage you to go ahead and register for your courses. I'm actually going to be registering myself and taking 2 courses on this next month coming up. So definitely excited about that. But nevertheless, we are here. We're wanting to keep our trainings our SheEO lives more so kind of transitioning from the interview to training. So we want to make sure that our community as well as our tribe has the knowledge and the information so that we can all be successful. So tonight I'm actually going to be sharing some of the business hacks that I use for the busy entrepreneur. So while we're doing that, if you all could do me a huge, huge favor and go ahead and like this broadcast and share it with somebody who you know, your business bestie or anybody in business that needs just some tech hacks to save time. So take about 30 seconds. I'm going to share this broadcast as well. Let me just ask you to do the same. And if you're checking in tonight, go ahead and let me know that you're here and where you are tuning in from. So we have I'm in Georgia, and so we have a gas shortage here in Georgia, and it has been absolutely bananas, like literally bananas here in Georgia, just to get gas. So I hope that this blows over very, very quickly because it will be a hot mess if not. Yeah, that part. So I'm gonna share one more group, and I'll go ahead and get started. And all right. So if you're tuning in live, please go ahead and say hi. Tell me where you're tuning in from. And if you are watching the replay, please, 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 hashtag replay. And also let me know where you're checking in from. So either way, we appreciate you taking the time to tune in. So I would actually tell you to take notes. Like, these are the things that I use. I have several businesses, and I'm no tech genius by any stretch of the mean, not at all. But I do love hacks, something I can do easily that's just going to help me get through and transition from one task to the other. So I have 10 that I want to share with you, but tonight I'm only going to share 5. We're going to start off with five tech hacks. So tech hacks, not hacks. So I would, again, encourage you to go ahead and grab your notebook and your pen and take notes as we follow along, and you can thank me later, right? Because who doesn't need to save time? All right, so the first one we're going to start off with is GoDaddy, and I'm going to make sure, I'm going to be sharing my screen, but I still want to make sure that you are able to see. what I'm doing. So I'm going to be looking at my phone just to make sure that what I'm seeing is what you all are seeing. So my first hack, it was not necessarily a hack, but I use it a lot. I use it daily, basically. But GoDaddy.com. And you may say, I like GoDaddy just because of the ease of it. Now, if I were a graphic designer, and I've heard from various graphic designers that they like Wix.com, right? But again, I'm not a graphic designer nor a graphic artist. I use GoDaddy for my hacks. So I prefer GoDaddy. I have tons of domain names with GoDaddy, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. So I'm going to try to share my screen with you all and then make sure that you can hear me as well. Okay, so share screen. Okay. So I'm just making sure that you all can see me. So let me know if you can see my GoDaddy login. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not seeing it. 1 second. Sorry, y'all. Oh, we're adding it to stream. Okay, here we go. Cool. So, actually, let me take this banner off so this is a little bit more clear. Okay, so, okay, here we go. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so my GoDaddy, I use GoDaddy quite a bit because I do a lot of forwarding. I do, if I need something quick that I need to, like an event, I'm an event planner. I'm an event, I produce events. So if I would just want to have a one-off that I don't want necessarily on my website, I will go ahead and create an event either in Eventbrite or Jotform and just purchase a domain for $12. For example, let's do the fact I co-produce a show called Fashion Lineup, right? So I didn't necessarily want to have that on my main event page. So I just bought the domain and forwarded it to the Eventbrite site. So if someone were to go to fashionlineup.com, it's going to take them directly to the Eventbrite site. And so that kind of bypasses having to create website pages for every single thing. If you have just like a landing page or whatnot, and you want to get something just forwarded real quick, just go purchase you a domain name for $12, just for the year, and get that done. So it's very, very simple. So for example, let's come back to GoDaddy. I'm going to take you to Calendly and make it make sense. So I have now become very conscious of my calendar because of my business coach and all the things that I have going on now. So although I have the opportunities to earn income, right, my schedule is the source of me making that income because now I have to manage my time properly, because if I don't, everything falls by the wayside and nothing gets done, right? So then I become a jack of all trades and a master of none, right? So I use Calendly. And let me change my screens here. Stop share screen. I'm gonna share it again and go back to my window. 'Cause, 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 'cause Chrome tab. So I'm going to go back to Calendly. So I use Calendly to manage my schedule. So I'm going to add that to my screen here. So I use Calendly to manage my schedule. And as you can see, making sure as I'm moving, it's moving. Yes, okay. So I have anytime I have need to schedule a call with someone, I do it in 15-minute increments, right? And this is just to kind of cut down on, like the chatter, especially if it's a busy day. So I'll typically schedule my calls in 15-minute increments. And so Calendly allows you to customize how you want your calendar set up. And my calendar is also linked with my my Google calendar. So anytime someone books on my Calendly, anytime I book on my Calendly, it all integrates onto the calendar that I reference every day. So you can go to how to customize it. So I have everything set up for 15-minute increments, right? As far as calls. And so I customize it. We'll just go into here. Sorry. Okay, so you can label your whatever you want to call it, call the event or call the block of time. I just put let's chat. Of course, it allows you to upload your picture so that it kind of looks, very. People are impressed by it, but little do they know that it is literally just a $10 service, I believe, that I pay each month. So when can people book this event? So again, I do 15-minute increments and I customize my hours. So the times that I'm available to talk are, and this is just personal for me, again, this is all customized according to your schedule, right? So actually we're on calendly.com, so I'm gonna change the banner here, okay? So you can customize. My hours are 12 to 6, Monday through Friday, right? I put myself unavailable on Saturdays and Sundays, but I will take calls on Saturdays, but it's, I try to give myself a break from business as much as possible as far as phone calls on Saturday, which gives me a time to get caught up. So I schedule Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., right? And so to prevent someone from just hopping on, now what happened in the beginning, I did, tell everyone, look, I'm busy. It's not that I don't want to talk to you, but I'm really trying to get my schedule in order, right? So if you need to talk to me, just put it on my calendar. And so I have it. And so I'm anticipating speaking with you, right? So what was happening was people would see, before I utilized this little feature here, people would just go and book the very next 15 minutes that I had open. So if it's 10 o'clock and I have, 10:15 open, they would just go and, book the 15 minute at 10:15, kind of forcing me to, forcing the conversation. But that was kind of my fault because I did not have this in place, right? So I have that you cannot book time with me, or book time to speak with me prior to 3 hours. So it's a 3-hour buffer. So for that same scenario, they wouldn't have been able to schedule time with me until 3 o'clock. So now, being coached, I now, put time or schedule a task or something within that time period so that time is not even showing available on my calendar. So as I'm filling my calendar through my Google Calendar, it is literally blocking off the time that's showing available here in Calendly. And it gives me a 5-minute buffer after my call. So if I have a call ending at 10:15 a.m., no one will be able to schedule a call with me within, that 5 minutes. So that's the buffer that, is going to be very, very, very important to you to sufficiently, to adequately manage your calendar. So I'm going to go back to StreamYard and ask if anyone has any questions so far. Hey, Ebony. Hey, Keisha. And so I don't see any questions. And so another good thing about Calendly is you can customize the questions that the person who is scheduling with you. Okay, I'm just going to save and close that. You can customize the questions that that are asked of them. So, okay, so invitee questions. So these are all customizable. So I have them. You know, you put your name, and you don't want to make it too long. They're just scheduling, you know, a time to chat. So name, email, right? Their phone number. And so that I know I can look at my calendar and see what the meeting is in reference to. These are all the things that, you know, I have going on that someone could be calling to talk to me about, right? And even has a checkbox for other, right? So they can click other and manually type in what they want, what the call is in reference to, right? For me, I try to keep personal calls after the 6 p.m. Hour, just so that I can stay on task during the day, because everybody knows, like, I love to talk. So sometimes when I get personal calls, the calls I look up and an hour has passed and I've lost time and did not complete the task that was supposed to have been done in that hour. So this is one of the reasons why I like people to specify why they're calling, to minimize the number of personal calls that I get during the day, right? And so you can customize your questions, and all this is editable. I could edit anything and put it in the order that I want it to be put in. So I actually have, if someone schedules with me, I actually have on the site to call me at your scheduled time. Because sometimes, you know, it's a question of, do I call you, or am I calling, or they call me, or whatever. So I specify for them, if you're scheduling a time to talk to me, I prefer that you call me at your scheduled time. It will also send notifications to both you and the person who scheduled the call, you know, as far as reminders. You can set up the reminder to be, you know, an hour before or 2 hours or whatnot. You can also set up to where it sends them a thank you email at the end for completing the call or whatnot. And again, that's totally customizable. But I think this service, I pay about $10 a month for this service as well. So thank you all for joining. So going back to GoDaddy. So one of the ways I use GoDaddy is I purchased a domain just for my Calendly link. So I have workwithkellye.com is my domain for that I send out when someone wants to schedule time with me. So workwithkellye.com. I'll pull that up. And it is literally nothing but and I'm gonna stop my screen here because I'm gonna show you guys, you know, I'm just gonna try to try to share my entire screen. Or not. Okay. There it is. Okay, got it. Did that share the screen? Did that share the screen? Are y'all seeing it? Okay, I guess not. So I'm going to go back to, oh, I guess I need to add it too. Okay, cool. So again, so I bought workwithkellye.com. And I literally purchased that from GoDaddy for $12. I think I paid, you know, $17 now per year. per month or whatnot. I think I bought it for the year. But workwithkellye.com, and it is literally forwarded to my Calendly link. So it looks like a whole scheduling website, but it's nothing but just leveraging. Again, I'm all about the hack. So it's all about just leveraging two simple things, merging them together, and this saves me a ton of time. So I bought workwithkellye.com. You can purchase whatever you want to purchase to be your domain for your scheduling, but it's easier than remembering this whole, URL here, right? So workwithkellye.com brings you here. People are able to schedule the time to speak with me, and they hit complete or submit or whatever. They get an email, I get an email, and we talk at the scheduled time. So again, that just prevents you from getting random calls, and so that you can stay, or so I can say it for myself, so that I can stay on task, right? So how did I do that, right? So I went in and purchased the domain, and I'll just manage my domains, and I'll tell you how I forwarded it to my Calendly. So I purchased workwithkellye.com. And so I would go to, just click on that, click on the domain, scroll all the way down to manage DNS. So we're actually forwarding our domain to the Calendly link, right? So manage DNS. And then you're gonna scroll all the way down to forwarding, right? And so then you're gonna click this little box here, and it's gonna open up, this field here. So you're then going to take your Calendly. So I'm gonna go back to my 15-minute block of time. So my Let's Chat. So that's what I want to use. That's what I want the people to see. And so I'm gonna copy and, well, actually, I'm going to view my live page because that's what the people will see. And so I want to highlight this URL, and then I'm going to go back to the domain, and then I'm going to highlight. Normally this would be blank, but you're going to paste it here, right? And so when you paste it, it's actually going to have, hold on one second. So when you paste it, it's actually going to have the HTTPS. So what you want to do is you want to take your cursor and go back and delete the HTTPS : / because you're going to add it here. So either it's going to be HTTP : / or it's going to have an S at the end. So whatever your URL has, that's what you want to click. So I'm going to paste this again so I can show you. So this particular one has HTTPS, right? So you want to make sure that matches over here. However, we have to delete this, otherwise it's not going to show properly. It's not going to display properly. It's not going to forward properly, I should say. So we got our HTTPS over here, and then we can actually preview where it's going to be forwarded to. So you can kind of double check yourself to make sure you have the right site up, right? So we're going to check it, and boom. We know that it's going to, when it all settles, it's going to, when it's done processing, it's going to forward to the correct site. So it's forwarding to my site. That's what we wanted. And so I'm going to cancel. I'm not going to save this because I don't want to mess up what I have going on. But you just hit save, and within a couple of minutes, you check it, and your link is there. So we're checking it. Kellye, workwithkellye.com. And boom, it's there. Any questions? Paying that $12 is more than worth saving you some time. And you can apply this to anything that you're doing to help manage your calendar, right? So even if you're putting something in your Google Calendar, it's going to take that time away. So that time is no longer available to be scheduled, right? So people are not calling you when you're doing something, when you have an event or you're in another meeting. You're not getting calls because that time, you blocked out that time on your calendar, and Calendly recognizes it because it's integrated with your Google Calendar. So I'm going to see if we have any questions. Ebony, this will definitely work for party booking rentals. Absolutely. Absolutely. And also a good thing about Calendly is it actually integrates with several systems. So if you go up here, it'll show you, I believe, everything that it will integrate with. So if you use Salesforce, it will integrate with MailChimp. It'll integrate with Zoom, Google Meets. It integrates with a lot of different platforms. It will even integrate with Facebook, right? So it integrates with several platforms that you already use. So anytime you're putting in or scheduling something on any of these platforms, it will automatically integrate with your Calendly. So yeah, absolutely, Ebony. Let's see. Hey, TT. Okay, so no questions. All right. See, I knew I wasn't going to get through much today, but we'll just look. We'll pick back up, next week. But I definitely, wanted to get through these first few, right? So that's one of the ways, again, that I utilize GoDaddy. As you can see, I have literally about 30 domain names that I use, actively use, versus having to upgrade or add to my website. It's just easier to create something in, another system and just forward that domain to that system. One of those systems being, don't want to talk about this one yet. Okay, let's go to Canva, and then we'll go to so canva.com, right? So anybody that knows me knows that I'm a Canva queen. You can't tell me that I ain't a graphic designer, but I'm not, right? So any graphics that you see coming from me, I use Calendly. I use Canva daily, multiple times a day. So as you can see, like I have several designs that I use, and one of the things about being an entrepreneur, every dollar counts, right? So anytime you want to put out a graphic, it's very costly to have to engage a graphic designer for something simple that you can do yourself. Now, typically, if I'm doing like an event or I want a nice flyer, I will definitely hire a graphic designer. But some simple stuff, simple things, I can do that all on my own. And, there are several people out there who are, Lakeisha Sarbo is excellent at teaching, Canva. I know she has a free platform. She also has a paid platform, as well as Jay Stone. So you can become pretty good at this Canva thing. The good thing about my graphics is my style is very simple. My favorite color is black. So pretty much everything that you see from me will either be black, white, or red, black, white, gray, or whatever. So my style is very simple, and I like it that way because I don't have to make a whole lot of changes. I can literally go in and kind of clone some things, and I have something to start off with because I'm not a graphic artist, so I don't want to spend a ton of time trying to create graphics when I can be doing something to generate income, if that makes sense. So Canva. Now look, Keisha Spencer is a poster child for Canva. I don't know how to do Canva, but getting in and playing with it and running with it. If you guys go to her page, you can kind of see the evolution of her knowledge of Canva, and I'm the same. I've been using it now for about 4 or 5 years, but you can see my evolution of Canva. And it's literally a matter of just going in and playing around with it. But it saves me a lot of time and it saves me a lot of money, right? Because the simple stuff, again, I can go in and create something and be done with it, right? So as you can see, pretty much everything that I do looks the same. I have style guide with 2 or 3 fonts that I use, and that's it, right? So Canva. So here's a good thing about Canva as well. So I will go, here. So this is just something that I did for one of my clients, right? And so one of the good things about Canva is it will allow you to link graphics with a URL. And I don't know if this, I think so. Yes, so this particular flyer was just a simple invitation for one of my clients. And so once they received it, they were able to literally click each button here, each graphic here, and I linked each button to a site. So their registry, this is the link for their registry. And this has to be in a, I think you have to download it as a PDF in order for this to work, right? So when they received the graphic on their phone, they were able to touch, I think this is say bye bye baby, and touch that on their phone, and it took them right to the registry. So whatever their online registry was, literally just went and highlighted that URL and attached it right here and click apply. So this graphic takes you right to their bye bye baby registry. This graphic takes you right to their Target registry. And this graphic took you right to their Amazon registry. So it's just the little things that, those little tricks and hacks that just take things, just up a little notch. You know what I mean? Yes, I could have put a link on the thing to say click here, but I thought it was kind of cool just for them to be able, just from their phone, to click each of those graphics and be taken right to their registry here. So that's one of the cool things that I do love about Canva. Now I do have the paid Canva. I think, maybe monthly is maybe like $12 a month or whatnot, but it does open up a lot more features. And you have access to a lot more fonts over here. You have access to a lot more templates, right? It just opens up a whole lot that you're able to do with Canva. And you'd be surprised. A lot of the graphics that you see online are with Canva. So I would definitely, if you're an entrepreneur, Canva is a must-have that you need to put on your list and actually take some time to learn it. Okay. So just looking back to see if anybody had any questions before. I think I'm going to do one more, and then we will pick back up next week. But I hope everybody's getting some value, or this is helping someone or anyone who is an entrepreneur. We all need these things in our life to help us save time. And then these things also help your business. This part of scaling your business, because utilizing technology and leveraging technology, even though we're an entrepreneur, we want to make sure our business appears to be in the marketplace a big business, right? We don't want to do small business or put ourselves out there, but these are the types of things that we can do to make us look bigger than what we are until we get to where we are, and they're at minimal costs, right? But it just puts you on a whole nother level when you are leveraging technology for your business and not always fumbling, with paper or, and it helps with the flow of your operations as well, whatever that may look like, right? So the last one we're going to go to is, and I'm just going to click out of some of this stuff. Last one we're going to go to is okay, so job form. And if you know me, you know I love job form. I'm a job form queen. So job form allows you to, and actually I'm going to go, no, I'm still in GoDaddy. Job form actually allows you to create landing pages, which you can also create landing pages in purchase domains and create landing pages in Canva as well. So there are a lot of platforms out there now that will allow you to create landing pages, right? So landing pages is nothing but a site for a function. Now that landing page can just be a preview to take you somewhere else, or it could serve its purpose while you're there, right? So it's just kind of a one pager, kind of straight to the point, no fluff. This is what do you need? Purchase it here, right? So most anything that you have filled out from me, or as far as I'm concerned, or SheEO, or even Visionology, you were probably on a job form and didn't know it, right? So, job form. So I will just kind of create, So let me just use this one because it really doesn't have anything on it. Well, let me see. Well, let's just take our meetup. So the meetup, our SheEO meetup in Miami is a job form. That site is actually a job form. So SheEO district, SheEOmeetup.com. Let's go there. SheEOmeetup.com. Yes. Although it is a site, it is at the core it's a job form, right? So again, just kind of straight to the point, information, register at the bottom, pay, boom, right? So no need to create an entire website just for registration for this meetup. Does that make sense for everybody? So I'm going to go back here and show you how that works. So I'll go here. So I'm going to go edit the form and show you how easy to use this is. Once you understand the function and what you need to do to make it do what you need to do, I mean, it's a breeze. So you're actually able to, change the color, the page color. I can change the color to white, right? I can change the form, which is this part. I can change it to white, right? So now everything's white. I can literally change the font of which is black. It's blanked out right now because I changed everything to white. It was black before. So let me put it back. So you can literally change the color of your font on the actual form, right? So everything can be changed, right? I can change it to red. I can change it to whatever I wanted to change it to, right? But again, of course, I'm the black and white queen, so everything's pretty much gonna be black and white anytime you see something from me as far as graphics are concerned. So everything is black, right? And you can even you can change anything. You can change the color scheme of what it looks like, right? Look, now I need to get it back. How I get it back? Yikes. Okay, let me try to get this back. See, you're doing too much, Kellye. Doing way too much. Okay, I guess I got that. Okay, see there? See, I made a mistake live and I was able to fix it easy. Again, I am not a graphic artist, right? So literally, I went in and just uploaded. These are nothing but pictures that I created in Canva. Pictures that I created in Canva, downloaded it, uploaded it here. I can take it off, put it back. If I need to take it off, I can just hit remove logo and add another in there. But I literally, and you can actually move these pictures up and down. Let's see, move these pictures up and down, right? And position them how you want to. If you upload it and you don't like the position of it, I can move it, right? And here, the only thing I don't like about Jotform is you cannot manipulate the fonts. So typically, I will literally, this is nothing but a picture from Canva, right? This is a graphic from Canva because this is the font that I wanted to use, right? So I created my verbiage in Canva. I created a graphic for the verbiage and literally just as a picture, just went in and uploaded it. Same thing here, Canva picture. Same thing here, Canva graphic, Canva, right? Canva. All this is nothing but Canva graphics, all of it, right? So this is the pretty much the this is Jotform wording here, and so now you go in and start to build your form that you want the end user to fill out. So you can go and put in their name, full name, right? See that popped up? Well, I already have the name, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it. So you put in their name, you put in email, phone number. Again, Ebony, you can also schedule appointments here. So if anybody has ever signed up for Marketplace, Marketplace is literally a Jotform, and this is the scheduling piece that we use to schedule Marketplace. So you customize whatever you want this to be, whatever is recurring, or it's totally customizable to the time, to the dates, times of the week, or whatever. This is solely customized based off of whatever you need it for at that time. So for this particular thing, I don't need it, so I'm going to remove it, right? You can actually add in a signature if you need the person to sign, right? You can add, that's how they're signing their signature at the bottom. So they can, questions with short text, questions with long text, multiple choice, drop down type of questions, single choice, right? This is where you would add in those images that I uploaded here. So this is how I was able to upload those graphics from Canva and literally just moved it up to the top of the form. Let's see. So I'm gonna get rid of some of this stuff. And the good thing about Jotform, what I like is that it does integrate with several platforms, e-commerce platforms. So I'm able to take payments from these forms as well. So these are a few of the other things that you can do to build your form. But over here, going to payments, it actually allows you to integrate your form with whatever platform you use, whether that be Square. I particularly prefer Square. So PayPal, Stripe, just several ways, several platforms that they integrate with in order for you to be able to take payment. Now, I won't click that button because it's going to show some personal information. But again, you kind of get the gist of it. So again, this is where my GoDaddy comes in, right? So how did I get the meetup to open up here in Jotform? Same thing. SheEOmeetup.com. I purchased it over here in GoDaddy. went to the DNS, went to my domains. After I purchased it, and SheEO meetup.com. So again, same thing. Clicking SheEO meetup, going to manage DNS, waiting for that to open up. Copying the URL and adding it right in here, not forgetting to remove the HTTPS and making sure that HTTPS is clicked here. I'm gonna preview it to make sure it's going to the right place. Boom. And then I would hit save. And 2 or 3 minutes later, you're going to SheEO SheEOmeetup.com, and boom. So although it looks like a website, it is nothing but you're just utilizing it as a landing page. Again, get to the point, your information, allow the people to complete their form, and they pay, and everybody's happy. And you didn't have to pay a graphic designer to do that, right? So again, saving time and money is key being an entrepreneur. So I'm going to go back to StreamYard to see if we have any questions. Okay, good, Ebony. I hope y'all took notes or planning to watch the. Yes, I am the Jock Queen. Jock for Queen Paula. Okay, so I think that's a good stopping place. Next week we will kind of recap these really quick, and we will talk about HelloSign and HelloFax, sending faxes and converting contracts or your documents into actual electronic contracts that your clients or customers can sign, all through your Google Docs, right? You can even upload forms that's downloaded to your computer. You're even able to upload them to Google Docs and convert them over to a contract that is a legal and binding contract through HelloSign and Google Docs, from Google Docs. So we'll also go over QR codes and how you can leverage QR codes for your business. Again, that will save you a lot of time. Not only that, just again, making your business look bigger than just a small business. Like, put you on a scale of how big businesses are doing business as far as their operations and their how they integrate with the market and with their customers and clients, right? So you can be right there with them as far as that's concerned. We'll also talk about SheEO, how you can you're able to send out mass text for little to no cost a month. They actually have a free platform. I think it's probably up to like 100 messages that you can send out, and that's a free service as well that most don't know about. We'll also talk about Fiverr, and we'll talk about MailChimp on next week, and then a few honorable mentions that I also use. But I hope everyone was able to get value from this. And I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm just making sure that we didn't have any more questions. But again, we are going from a interview style lives for 8:30 to more of training. So we'll be training on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Will be our training days, and some Wednesdays, right? But I know we're in Wealth Week this week, but I was supposed to be live last Thursday, but the internet would not let me be great. And just because it was so integrated, like it was a lot of integration and sharing screens, I needed my I needed my internet to be at full capacity. So again, I hope everyone was able to get value from this. Quick reminder that our SheEO Academy is open. till the end of the week for our next course, which starts on the 17th, which is Monday. So I don't see any questions. And you all know how to reach me. Just if you have a question or whatever, just put it in the chat, and I'll answer from the chat, because probably if you have that question, someone else has a question. So as we're watching the replay, people can get all of their questions answered. Again, I'm sure if you have a question about something, that may be helpful for someone else. So if that's it, everybody, let me stop sharing my screen. I pray that everyone has a phenomenal evening and rest of the week. And we actually have a training for our Thursday. So I will just come back here on Tuesday to follow up with the other 5 systems that we didn't get to touch on today. But again, I appreciate each one of you, and you all have a great evening.